Hello and welcome to this edition of Campus Connection for summer 2007. I'm Jordan Wilson.
And I'm Tina Yanagimoto. On today's show, we'll be talking about going green and some natural ways to reduce stress.
We'll also take a look into the Long Beach music scene and talk to one of the creators of the clothing company, Hozell.
But first, Long Beach's decaying courthouse is at a crossroads, and it will soon be determined whether it will be renovated or replaced. Connor McCarthy has more.
Long Beach Superior Court Judge Bradford Andrews has been pushing for a new courthouse for nearly 15 years. Shabby conditions and a lack of facilities only begin to describe the problems the courthouse faces every day. Strong political figures in California are finally recognizing that the rundown courthouse needs to be replaced.
Justice Ron George, who is the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, is very much in favor of getting funding for court buildings, not just this one. This one happened to get some attention because there has been some discussion about this building and the condition of this building.
If the courthouse is not replaced, the County of Los Angeles will retrofit the building at an estimated cost of $14 million. However, a retrofit will not solve many problems. Long lines, crowded courtrooms, and lack of facilities have become an everyday occurrence at the courthouse.
We should have 7 additional judges in this building. We don't have any room for 1 additional judge because we just don't have another place to put another courtroom.
The lack of facilities forces inmates to be taken in public elevators and opposing gangs to share courtrooms. Additionally, juveniles are taken through the same hallways as the general public, something that should never happen. However, the design of the courthouse leaves them no choice.
The courthouse design is inefficient in terms of the movement of the number of people that we have to have in the courthouse daily.
Moldy ceilings, broken escalators, leaking walls, and even rats also plague the dilapidated courthouse.
The problem is they redid a section of this building. It's an add-on, and between the 2 buildings, it leaks anytime it rains.
Some courthouse employees, however, are content with their jobs despite the conditions of their workplace. Court reporter Louise Costello knows the building is run down, but it doesn't impact her day-to-day duties.
It doesn't affect me as far as the work I do here. I mean, the courtrooms, I'm just in a courtroom. I could be in a room, but it would be nice to have just a little better environment, a more modern type building. Like there's other courthouses that are a lot nicer, where the elevators don't break down, where the escalators don't break down, and you're kind of stuck.
Judge Andrews hopes the new courthouse will be included in the governor's May revision of his proposed budget. With the support of state legislators and the Department of Finance, a new courthouse will become a reality in the near future. Reporting for Campus Connection, I'm Connor McCarthy.
Thanks, Connor. That's going to cost a lot of green.
Speaking of which, going green means taking responsibility for our daily impact on the environment. Garine Akmekjan has more on the everyday things we can do to help prevent global warming.
Climate change, greenhouse emissions, and pollution are all things that have made global warming the world's top environmental issue. Leaders and experts around the world are concerned as to what will become of our planet if global warming continues.
We should be concerned about global warming because it could have long-term impacts on our civilization. It could also have short-term impacts on possibly on our economics.
Global warming is the increase in temperatures in the Earth's surface, air, and oceans. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, the past 5 years have been the warmest in recorded history, and temperatures will continue to rise if we don't start conserving today.
I think it's very important that people who want to be lifelong activists, and not just lifelong idealists, go out and see the destruction for themselves.
A Gallup poll shows that the number of Americans who say they worry about the environment has risen from 62% to 77% since 2004. Environmental activism has also risen in the past year, and new movements towards going green has become trendy.
Going green is being conscious of how you affect your environment, whether it be you have your sprinklers on too long, or you throw away your glass clippings instead of putting them back into your garden. Going green is being aware of your everyday impacts as a human.
Studies show that people are the primary reason for global warming. The overuse of cars, paper goods, and electricity harm wildlife, and make natural resources, such as trees, scarce.
I think we also need to say, in terms of going green, that shouldn't that mean taking care of the animals and the wind and the waves and the plants, those kinds of things.
The Recycling Center and the Environmental Science and Policy Club at Cal State Long Beach are two organizations that actively engage in the movement to stop global warming. There are also many simple things that all students can do to help the environment on campus and at home.
The easiest things, carpool. I mean, you save money, you get here faster, you get better parking, ride a bike if you can, change your light bulbs, fluorescent light bulbs. It's awesome. They're easy. They use half as much energy, sometimes less. Any simple things like that. Use the recycling bins on campus. They're everywhere.
Though global warming is threatening to continue in the future, we can all do our part by helping preserve the environment. Reporting for Campus Connection, I'm Garine Akmekjian.
It's good to know there are simple things we can all do to reduce our impact on the environment.
We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll find out about a free way to reduce stress and then check in with Shelby Rodriguez and her in-studio guests.
The time is coming. There's no escape from the day you retire. And will you be ready financially?
Are you ready, dear?
You still can be with investments like an IRA or a retirement plan at work. It's never too late. But start now, because if you wait,
You're making a grave mistake.
you may wind up working forever. Saving for your financial future doesn't have to be a nightmare. Choose to save.
Welcome back. Researchers have found that high stress levels in students can lead to negative effects on academics.
To shed some light on a simple solution to stress is Campus Connection reporter Philip Goodman.
The burdens of work and school trap many students indoors for long periods of time, leading to stress and mood swings. Could a little bit of sunlight be the answer?
Research seems to show that with at least 30 minutes a day of sunlight, that seems to help improve an individual's mood.
Dr. Takamoto notes the physiological repercussions from not getting enough sun, and that can lead to behavioral problems.
My understanding is that sunlight can affect hormonal functioning, including something called serotonin. And serotonin is very important in regulating body functions such as sleep cycles, eating patterns, energy level, etc. So if someone did not have the correct amount of serotonin, it could affect their behavior in those areas.
Some Long Beach State students say they already get enough sun.
I always come here in between my classes. I have 15 minutes in between classes, and I just take those 15 minutes to get as much sun as I can.
I wanted to be in the sun for this particular time, in direct sun with no shade.
While some recharge in the sun, others feel it drains them.
It gets me tired, and when I'm in the shade and then I feel the breeze and you get some sunlight, but it relaxes me.
Students will do their homework, enjoy picnic lunch, and even find spirituality under the sun.
And I also do some meditation while I go outside, so I can just really focus and clear my mind.
The Journal of American College Health found that mind-over-body intervention is effective in reducing stress, leading to better health.
I meditate over on those benches sometimes. Just the cement benches are fine also. And with this kind of sun, I really just want to take my shirt off.
But the big question for our students, do you protect yourself from the sun?
I don't wear any sunblock when I come to school. I've just got good skin for tanning. Half an hour out in the sun, 40 minutes, I don't worry about it.
I usually don't wear hats or sunblocks. It's just normal.
With summer fast approaching, it is important to protect yourself from the sun's harmful UV rays. Use a sunblock that is at least SPF 15 for darker skin, SPF 45 for lighter skin, sunglasses for eye protection, and if you're going to be out for more than an hour, a hat is always a good idea.
So the next time you're feeling stressed, do yourself a favor. Step outside, get some sunlight. It's good for you. For Campus Connection, I'm Philip Goodman.
It's so simple. Just grab some sunscreen and hit the beach.
We're excited to welcome to the studio one of the creators of Hozell clothing with our very own Shelby Rodriguez.
Thanks, Tina. I'm here with Chad Campion, one of the co-creators of the clothing brand Hozell. Chad, thank you so much for being here today.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
So I know that Hosel is based out of Orange County and that you guys have a pretty loyal fan base right now, but for those of us who aren't familiar with it, could you tell a little bit more about Hosel?
Sure, of course. We're from San Clemente, all the way down in southern Orange County. Basically, we're just a fun brand. We like to make fun clothes that don't really take themselves too seriously. And we're kind of all about friends. That's how we've started the business. I started the business with one of my best friends, Jeff Jekyll. And that's how we've kind of spread the product throughout so far, as through our friends. And that's how we started. We call ourselves a leisure brand. Actually, that's how we like to define ourselves, which is basically all the things that we enjoy in our lives and what we take inspiration from, which is spending time at the beach, playing golf, barbecuing with friends, whatnot. That's kind of what we're all about, basically.
Okay. So your clothes have a very interesting name, Hosel. Where does that come from?
Well, it's kind of random, actually. It's an obscure movie quote that Jeff and I were up late one night, and we were tossing with the name back and forth and couldn't figure anything out, and we were watching a random old movie from, I think, the late 80s, early 90s, and the word just came out, and it just resonated with us. And it's kind of a golf-related term, which is one of the major inspirations of the brand, but it's a play on a golf term, and we just kind of like the sound of it.
Okay. How much involvement would you say that you and your business partner, Jeff, have in your clothes from, start to finish?
A lot. We're a small operation, so we handle everything from all the design details to managing the production. We're not actually sewing the garments in our garage, but we oversee everything, and anything that comes out of Hosel, whether it's clothes or marketing or an event, comes from the minds and hands of Jeff and I.
Okay. Recently, one of the popular ABC primetime shows, What About Brian, featured a cast member with Hosel clothes on. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
How does that feel?
It was cool. It was really fun watching it. And what I really liked, the best part, which just sort of validated the whole thing, was that we didn't tell anyone about it beforehand. We knew about it, but I had a number of people, friends or customers or fans of the brand, who contacted me that night or the next day and told me they saw it, which was really cool, that they recognized it, and it was, seen that widely. It was really cool.
Okay. And obviously you and Jeff put an immense amount of personal attention into your brand. So what feeling or impression would you like people to get when they think about Hosel?
Basically kind of like I said before, when you think about lazy days at the beach, rounds of golf with your friends, and just kind of kicking back and enjoying the finer things in life, that's when you should think about Hosel.
Okay, leisure with dignity.
Exactly.
Thanks so much for being here today, Chad.
Thank you.
When we come back, we'll check out the Long Beach music scene and take a visit to the Career Development Center.
I remember when it first hit me. Applied energy in a forward direction equals human locomotion.
What does this all mean, Doc?
Well, it changed life as we know it.
I thought, wow, this concept might actually change the way we get from point A to point B. I felt like Einstein inventing the telephone. I give you the human foot.
Get up, get out, get moving. A message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Who doesn't like to rock? With concerts on campus within walking distance, it's easy to get that live music fix.
Here's Campus Connections' Keith Hershey with more.
It's nearly impossible to walk on campus during the week and not hear some live music. Every week, bands and solo acts come out to perform on the CSULB campus. The Program Council is responsible for choosing which bands, out of the hundreds who send demos, get to play at the University Student Union.
For bands like bigger bands that students would like to see, we usually try to have students input. We do comment cards for most of our events, and then ask the students what type of band, what genre of band. During all of our noontime concerts, we do comment cards and say, oh, we'd like to see more rock, we'd like to see more hip-hop, we'd like to see something.
In addition to the concerts on Wednesday afternoons, the Nugget Pub and Grill hosts free Thursday night concerts that are put together by the campus radio station, K-Beach. The radio station also welcomes musicians into their studio, giving them another way to get their music out to the public and promote their art. Nearby off-campus concert venues include Alex's Bar, Riley's Pub and Grill, and D Piazza's Restaurant and Lounge. D Piazza's, located on Anaheim and PCH, has been in business for over 20 years. With concerts nearly every night and a large dinner menu, D Piazza's is a must for live music.
This location, we've had Flea played here last year from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Dave Alvin, Pete Yorn, just to name a few.
Most of the concert venues on campus and in the surrounding area are small, usually only holding about 200 people. But fans say that's part of the appeal.
It's really good because it's a really small scene. There are only a few places that really have good shows, but they have a lot of good bands playing, and the bands are usually hanging out, so you get to meet them. And it's like more of a community because there are so many people that go to the same shows that you get to, it's just like a home feeling every time you go out.
With its low prices and intimate atmosphere, the Long Beach music scene is perfect for students. For Campus Connection, I'm Keith Hershey.
Not only does Cal State Long Beach offer plenty of entertainment for students, they can also receive a number of services to help jumpstart their careers.
To show us how the Career Development Center can help you get a hold of the perfect internship, here's Saeed Razai.
As Cal State Long Beach students ponder their future after graduation, each knows that getting an internship is an important step they must take in order to open the door for future employments. Fortunately for them, the CSULB campus offers students with many options about inquiring internships. One of those is the Career Development Center, which provides students with helpful resources that educates them about finding the right internship.
What we have is a website called BeachLink, and the process for that website is really simple. Pretty much to get on, it's just your campus ID number. And once you get on, you can search by major, by firm.
Students can also take advantage of other opportunities at the center. The Resource Library internship section provides students with a vast listing of internships. And if that doesn't suit them, the internship postings on the wall should give them a helping hand. Organized and sponsored by the Career Development Center, the job fair is another great way students can take advantage of internship opportunities that are provided.
I definitely think they should go to the job fair and just network, because a lot of times you end up getting jobs or internships based off of who you know. And so I think that's something that we should work, as faculty members should work harder to encourage, is this idea of networking in the classroom and beyond.
Many employers feel that some students lack the practical experience to excel in the real world. Thus, internships have become more important than ever before.
Bottom line is that internships give you experience, and experience is what people are looking for, employers are looking for when you're coming out of college.
By the time students complete their degree, they'll be competing with many others to secure a job. Gaining experience within their chosen field helps them understand teamwork and responsibility. Reporting for Campus Connection, I'm Saeed Razai.
Thanks, Saeed. Coming up next is one of Cal State Long Beach's top basketball players.
It's time to make your career move. With quality training and education from the University of Choice, Cal State Long Beach. Achieve personal and professional excellence by enrolling in career-enhancing programs offered through University College and Extension Services. Courses include computer technology, management, leadership, global transportation, accelerated degree programs, and more. Make your career move now. Call today for your free catalog.
Welcome back to Campus Connection. Our next guest knows how to score big on the court and in the career field.
Graduating senior Sterling Bird is here to talk with Campus Connection's Pat Dean to tell us how his devotion to basketball and academics has brought him success.
Thank you, Jordan. I'm here with Sterling Bird of the men's basketball team, who was a key ingredient to the Big West Championship season they had. Thanks for joining me, Sterling.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So, Sterling, how was the season this year? You guys went from being absent from the NCAA tournament for 12 years, and you guys made it this year. How was that?
Oh, man, it was great. Going to NCAA tournament was a great experience for us. I mean, beginning of the year, we were kind of up and down. We were losing some games we probably shouldn't have lost. But we got it together, and then came conference time, we turned it up, and we were ready to go.
What games did you think that turned the season around for you guys? What particular game?
I'd say at Santa Barbara. It was a tough environment. The stands was packed, and it was a big game. It was either we was going to be in first place or either fourth place, and we got that win. Then we knew we was going to cruise the rest of the way, or at least into the Big West tournament.
And the ironic thing about you as a player, you came from a junior college to here, and you had several offers from the University of Houston. You had Marshall, and you had UC Riverside. What made you want to come to Long Beach State?
The women, I mean, I can't say enough about the women here. The women here are beautiful. And, I mean, I know I'm a local kid. I'm from Compton or whatever, but that ultimately what it was. I mean, I could have went to those schools, but I just wanted to be here, be closer to home.
How did the education aspect play part in that?
It did a little bit, but like I'm the type of kid I can get motivated by anything. So I figured I could have got my education anywhere. You know what I mean? But I think at Long Beach State it was real cool, like education wise. But I don't think I couldn't have got nothing from anywhere else that I got here. So.
Okay, staying with the education aspect of things, you're a sociology major and you're going into the field of being a probation officer. How did you come to that?
Well, actually, we have a booster for the men's basketball program. His name is Teddy Gomez, and he got to know me. We built a relationship, and he asked me would I be interested going to the probation field. And I told him, yeah, I did my research, and I liked it.
Okay, and what can you bring from a basketball court and your experience at Cal State Long Beach to that field?
Well, basically, let the troubled kids, let them know that you can make it out whatever situation you're in, because I was in some good situations. I was in some very bad situations growing up, coming up, and just basically be there for them and let them know that you don't have to resort to violence or deviance or whatever.
Thanks, Sterling. Back to you guys.
Don't go away, because up next we have a guest who tells us what it's like to work with the LA Lakers.
We'll also find out about a team of girls who aren't afraid to show you what they're made of.
How far would you go to help someone? Would you go to the end of your driveway? Would you cross a street? Would you cross an ocean? Would you go if you could use your knowledge to teach someone? And in the process, maybe learn something yourself. Life is calling. How far will you go? Peace Corps.
Welcome back. Here is Campus Connections' Cale Ramsey Ackerson with LA Lakers Public Relations Officer Andrew Delara.
Thanks, Jordan. Thank you for coming, Andrew.
No problem.
So, being a student at Long Beach State, actually a senior, how did you go about getting the job with public relations for the Lakers?
Well, Cale, I've been preparing for the public relations field for a while now. I got my first corporate internship 2 years ago at Tyco International as a corporate communications intern. I then went on to a public relations firm in Los Angeles over the summer. I worked 40 hours a week there, working with a lot of high-profile clients. I also owned my writing skills, writing for the Daily 49er here. I was a men's basketball beat writer for 2 years, covering the men's basketball team. That helped out a lot. And leadership experience. And then I posted my resume online. The Lakers got a hold of it. They had a few open positions, and I started the process from there. Went up against about 400 people for the position. I ended up getting the position, and I'm currently with the Lakers.
Oh, that's amazing. So what are some of the things you do working for public relations with the Lakers?
Well, everything that public sees from the Lakers basically comes through us, whether it's interviews with the media, press releases, media guides, the Lakers yearbook, website material, just everything. Every public appearance goes through us and is approved by us. Everything the Lakers say publicly, official anyway, comes through us. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
Speaking of interviews, the Lakers have been in the spotlight a lot this year. How do you guys go about maintaining you guys' public image with the team and the players?
Basically keeping everything as positive as possible. You know, there's only so much we could do in regards to what the players say in public, but we do try to tell them to keep everything as positive as possible. Of course, a few things will slip every now and again, but can't do much about that.
With such a high-profile job, what kind of opportunities does this open for you now in the future?
Well, I'll tell you, Cal, a lot of networking goes on with the Lakers because everyone, all the media outlets from China, Japan, Europe, and the United States all want to cover the Lakers. So you meet people from everywhere. You meet a lot of famous people, you meet celebrities, you meet a lot of press people, a lot of people in the basketball world. So it's really up to you what you want to do with it. But you know, you have a chance to. I'm talking right now to an agency, possibly working for an agent in the future. So things like that surface every now and again. But if you want to be in the media and broadcast, that's definitely one way to go.
Thank you for coming today, Andrew, and good luck with your future.
Thanks, Gil.
Back to you, Tina.
Women's roller derby is making its way back into style.
A league in Orange County gives women the opportunity to exercise their aggression while giving back to the community. Danielle Thomas has more.
The Orange County Roller Girls was founded in 2006. They practice 4 times a week with bouts once a month. It's an opportunity for women who want a different workout than the gym and a chance to be a part of a team again.
It's just such a great thing because for women after high school and after college, there's no opportunity for team sports. So roller derby gives former athletes something to do once you're out of college and unable to play organized sports.
2 teams of 5 skaters, blockers and jammers, are on the track. Jammers score points by passing members of the other team, while the blockers use their body to stop them. Although this is a contact sport, no violence is allowed in the league.
Don't get me wrong, there's some healthy competition, but there's no violence. You get thrown out of the game immediately if that's something that you do.
At the bout, there is merchandise for sale, a live band, food, and a chance to meet the mascots. As part of the fun, the girls adopt stage names and refuse to answer to anything else while in the rink.
Well, my friends call me Brick House, because, you know, but that name was already taken. So Brick Wall, it was because when they hit me, it's like a wall, you know. I'm not moving, and they're the ones that fall.
It takes more than just skills to be in the league. All of the women have jobs outside of the roller derby. In addition to their practice hours, all the women give back to the community.
Our community service is a requirement to be on our league, and you have to put in 15 hours, and that can be your own organization or it can be ours.
Their nonprofit organization is called Roll for the Cure, which raises money for women who are undergoing treatment for breast cancer. They support their community, and the community supports them.
You know, we're not just, you know, hot girls, but we do a lot of, you know, community work.
The girls, not the skating, are still the appealing part of the sport to some fans. With their charismatic personalities, sexy costumes, and fancy footwork, they generate a large turnout of fans.
Well, it's kind of hard not to like it. I mean, you got girls wearing hardly anything, skating in circles, beating each other up, and you know, it's a very cool. It's a very exciting. It's a very fast-moving game, and it's really something else, man, to see live. It's just really cool.
The Roller Girls love the support from the community and wants the public to know who they really are.
We are welcoming. We are hardworking. We're friendly. That is what I would want people to know about the OC Roller Girl.
To be an OC Roller Girl, you must be at least 21 years of age, have health insurance, and pass a skills test. Reporting for Campus Connection, I'm Danielle Thomas.
Thanks, Danielle. And thanks for tuning in to another edition of Campus Connection. I'm Tina Yanagimoto.
And I'm Jordan Wilson. Thanks for watching.